Casey didn't get enough last week. Here's some more bizarre footage from reporter Ray Virgoe and cameraman Umesh Anghnoo.
Ray had some time to spend with the footage from last week and decided to remix it in his own image.
Caution, the following segment contains some shocking images.
It does. Ray used some images of the aftermath of war to help make his point. Viewer discretion is advised.
Today's Earth Day.
That's right.
What do you like about the Earth?
Everything.
What do I like about the Earth? Well, I think the Earth is great. It gives us everything we need for life.
Definitely like the outdoors.
Okay.
The landscape, the scenery.
The sun, definitely.
Nature.
What is the worst thing about the Earth?
I have no idea.
Our drunken friends that throw beer bottles into the rivers when we're camping.
Pollution.
The way we treat it.
Cold.
The wars.
People.
People. What things do you think the Earth could improve about itself?
Thin out the people.
I can't even find a match to light a simple candle to tame the awful darkness. I can't believe the world could feel like such a grave. I can't believe the fear that would keep me from the alleys. I say I like the alleys, but I stay out on the streets. I feel much safer there. I can't believe the world could feel like such a grave. Oh my darlings in the country, oh my darlings in the town, oh my darlings in the mountains, oh my darlings in the ocean, she lies in the waters deep down. I can't believe the world could feel like such a grave.
Get rid of the churches, get rid of religion.
Why?
Because then there'll be no more wars. They always fight over religion. It's just a shame not everybody looks after everybody.
Yeah, it is.
There's a dead bird by the river, crushed by a mountain biker who didn't mean to do it. I can't believe the world could feel like such a grave. There's no future in the army, there's no point in matrimony, there's no pasture for the pony, there's not many days till Christmas, there's an old buddy.
It's got you thinking.
Yeah, it has.
That's what it's meant to do.
I used to live about from here to that sign away from an imperial chemical industry.
Oh.
So now to smell and look at the mountains, unbelievable. Yeah. But no, you've got an absolutely beautiful place here.
I like that. Thank you.
People have potential for being very good, so that would be a good change if people made more choices to be good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
We'd like to remind our viewers that Valemount Community Television is access television. If you have something you would like to share with the community, we encourage you to do so.
And with that, we'd like to advise you that the television shows that you see on Valemount Community Television do not necessarily reflect the views of Valemount Entertainment Society, or its employees, or our volunteers.
Bearing that in mind, here's an editorial segment produced and written by Ray Virgoe.
Ray will speak on the subject of Earth Day and Earth's alleged overpopulation.
When a segment gets this kind of introduction, you know it's going to be worth watching.
Last week we asked some questions about Earth Day. The responses we got have given me a lot to think about. The questions were fairly simple. What do you like about the Earth? What's the worst thing about the Earth? What's the worst thing about the Earth? Well, what can the Earth do to improve itself? It boggles the mind. Anyway, the people have the most interesting responses, and some of those responses are scary. And generally, you'd think the public would have a pretty good understanding of what's going on out there. But from their responses to our questions, they seem like a pretty frustrated group. Scary, too. Some of them are really scary. Down with the churches, down with people, thin them out. My goodness, where are we going? I think it'll take some serious thought to figure out what is the problem. Is it just people? In general, people have a problem with people. That's what I've discovered. Wow. Particularly, one lady says thin them out. Well, whose relatives do we start with? Yours or mine? You see, just how do you propose to go about doing such a thing? There's been so many people that's tried. Hitler, Stalin, Lenin, Chairman Mao, Idi Amin. They thinned them out. Didn't do any good. Just thinned out those they didn't like. Those that didn't agree with them. And what happened? Genocide, fratricide. We've been thinning out people for generations, and it's not a good thing to do. I mean, who goes, who stays? I believe there's people out there that want to thin the world out. I mean, a handful of elitists get rich, they start planning against you, all because they don't understand that it isn't just such a problem down here. It's just a matter of our hearts aren't right. They talk about global warming and starvation and all this, and we've had droughts, dry spells, wet spells, earthquakes, volcanoes. We have all these things going on in the disruptions of the earth, but they've been going on for a long time. Mankind just doesn't get along with mankind or anything else that gets in his way. And that doesn't mean we can't get along. It's just that we don't want to. We set up laws, we break laws, we get some dictator in there and he goes pretty wild. He says, I'll fix the problem. Yeah. And millions die. Do you know the 20th century was the worst century for the death of humankind, and not one of those wars were fought over religion? So when you hear people talk about down with the churches and down with traditionalism, let's get on with whatever, who knows what is on their brains? They just haven't read the books. There's a man who once said, those who forget their history will soon repeat it. And I sure don't want to repeat the history that we went through and our fathers went through, our families, not too long ago. Maybe 60 years ago, 70 years ago. Some of the worst wars ever imagined were fought. We have the ability today to wipe out all mankind. And it's not a good plan. We should stop and take some serious thought about ourselves. Serious thought. What do you believe in? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in mercy? Do you believe in compassion? What do you believe in? Myself, I believe in a creation. A creator, a God who created the creation. Others, well, they can believe in science, they believe in whatever, but there's only one deal it all comes down to. We must have love and we must understand we're all going to die, whether now or 50 years from now or 20 years from now. What kind of earth are we going to leave behind us? That's a serious thought. We're going to leave a better place than when we came or a worse place than when we arrived. And we can clean up our act. We can pick up bottles on the highway. We can make sure the trash goes in the can, and we can stop and help the neighbor once in a while. We can smile. We can try to be nice. Sing a happy song when somebody gives you a wrong song. But the idea is to hold the hand that's hurting and comfort one another. Try to get each other through these times. They're not always happy times, and we don't always have the answers. Let's hope we can change a few things. Goodbye, and have a good day. God bless.
Can't help but like the guy, but does he really believe that there's a handful of moneyed elites who want to thin out the population?
I think that's what he's trying to say.
It's kind of a dark view, don't you think?
Well, as a news anchor, it's not really my place to comment.
Wonder if my guns are still safe.